Magdalene. How did your little expedition go? You know. Yeah, we kind of learned more about the Clares rather than the Abbey. Yeah, there's not much left of the old Abbey, too, so there's not much we can gather. Something I don't understand, the Abbey was so prosperous. Why didn't the monks rebuild it after the fire? Well, probably because Guy, like, took the money and ran. Probably, we haven't heard anything about him. He's probably, like, changed his name. What a task that would be. The chapel was beautiful. Stained glass always caught my eye in the mornings. There was a great deal of anger and sadness in Tassing that night. Maybe we should have killed Guy. The abbot felt the brothers and sisters were no longer welcome in Tassing, and moved on. In truth, the abbey's dissolution was inevitable. Kiersau was running out of money and patrons. The riot and fire were simply particularly awful and were a particularly awful and painful way to end the monastery. Did anything survive the fire? Some of the buildings are intact, but all are terribly overgrown. I haven't dared forage in the rubble. I will. Call that urban exploration. I doubt you'd find anything of help for your mural inside, other than charred wood and parchment. I'm sure the Abbey's not that bad. I worry after you sometimes, Magdalene. I really do. Thank you for all your help, Sister Gertrude. You're most welcome, Magdalene. God bless you. Explore those ruins. Get in there. Please. Please let me go inside the ruins. I gotta see. That was... I don't know. Learn more about the founding of Kiersau. The illustration from the manuscript in the Thraeum. It's like the one in the mine. Is it part of the history of the Abbey of Tassing? Must be written down somewhere. Only the library hadn't burned down with everything in it. What if it didn't? Yeah. Yeah, get in there. Yes! Oh. Oh, man. Oh yeah, we don't know. Okay, well, we don't know if the singing is like, I'm forgetting the term. If it's like in game, like she's hearing it, or if this is just like external. I think this is external. My God, this is amazing. I wonder what it must have looked like before the fire. It's gonna crawl out like a Nosferatu. Everything collapsed in the fire. Be careful climbing over this rubble to get past. It's still kind of beautiful in a different way, you know? Ooh. Oh shit. It's right over like the gate too. Wow. You should have brought that rope you used in the mine. Oh. Can't get back up there. If I climb it, it might collapse further. I have to find another way out. Oh. Yeah, you should have brought your rope with you. Oh, man. Oh, the bells fell. This is only after, like 10 years. I guess that's yeah, that is a long time, I guess, for everything to, like, grow over. There's nothing left of the old staircase. Guess I can't go this way. These vines go all the way to the top, though. Looks sturdy enough to hold my weight. Singing's in German, too. Wow. Wow. Oh my god. See all of Tassing from here. I wonder if I can piece together the foundation of the Abbey and find a way to get to the library. I could go down this way. The roof looks pretty stable. Oh my god, she's gonna climb down onto the roof? Ooh, okay. How stable is stable? That doesn't look very stable. This would go out into the courtyard where the farm was. Yeah, this is where all the fighting happened. There's where the scriptorium would be. Dad told me I was just a baby, but I remember the flames coming out of the windows. So many people were screaming and running around. I cried myself to sleep that night. I haven't seen this place since. Doesn't look like there's anything left inside. I suppose it was too much to hope for. How are we gonna get out of here? When we were talking to, let me see, what was his name? To Carl, when we were talking to Carl, the way he was describing, like, everything that he saw, is very similar to how the way, like, people with PTSD describe events. There's somebody that I knew back in university, like in my junior year. I think it was actually one of my professors, my American history professor. He was working on a research paper about analyzing the different ways that, like, people throughout, like, different eras of history, like, described, like, PTSD. Like, they wouldn't have called it that, obviously, but, like, it's like a consistent thing. It's I think in the Revolutionary War and, like, that era, it was called, like, soldier's heart. But, like, throughout history, there's always kind of, like, different descriptions for, like, the same thing, and I wonder if there's, like, a medieval or Renaissance equivalent to that. It would probably just be, like, I guess, like, falling into, like, despair or something like that. Flowers grew here. Roses seem to have made the Abbey their home. Glad something as beautiful is still growing here. Oh, is Piero... Okay, Piero's still here. Where's Prester John? Is Prester John still safe? There's a lot of these. Walls crumbled over where the animal pens would be. Kitty! I wonder if there were always this many cats at the Abbey. So I can ask Wojslaw what he remembers during his time here. I have to remember that. Pet the stray cats. They're friendly. Who knew it was possible to get nostalgia for a place that like we only like learned about a month ago when we started this? Door's stuck. Can't get through this way. He's still alive. He is still alive. Yo, yeah. Because, yeah, oh my god. Yeah, look, it's the Prior. The Prior summoning demons that we... Oh my god, yeah. This would be, what would this be? So that's Prior Ferenc. Like, performing, like, occult rituals. Who would this be? Oh, that's the Baron. That's Baron Rothvogel. Oh my god. The old mural, it's worn, but I can still see some of the figures. A Dance of Death. Oh no. Oh. Oh no, Caspar. These figures are new. The paint can't be more than a few years old. Someone's been adding to this. Who's the figure under the tree? Is that supposed to be Piero? That's the innkeeper's wife. This feels wrong. Who would add new figures to the Dance of Death and why? Because it's still ongoing. These look like people from the town here. People who died. Must be the Baron, that Otto. Okay, that's Otto. There's Andreas. Someone's here. Hello? Who are you? Abbey Forgotten. Oh no. Oh, we got Caspar killed. Because he didn't leave. He didn't leave and he saved Andreas. Oh man. Was watching me, must have opened it. I don't like this. I've seen everything left at the Abbey. I want to get out of here. No, talk to him. We gotta find him. When did it start snowing? I should go back to the Wrath House and get to work. No, we need to find Andreas and get him out of there. Oh my god. How long has he been in there? There's no way he's been in there for the 10 years. Like the full 10 years. There's no way. Well, let's go talk to Warslav. Let's see, is the... No, that goes to the forest here. He's been living in the Mithraeum smoking crack. Oh, Warslav. Your best friend, he's still alive. No, I need to talk to you. Matilda, you're not gonna believe this. How are you two? Very well. Lord has blessed us more than we deserve. How are you, Magdalene? I was worried with you keeping house and workshop all on your own. Let me bring by some soup for you and your father. Yeah, I'd love that. Hardly had a moment to cook a hot meal. Between your father, the shop, and the mural, I'm surprised you're not dead on your feet. He's very lucky to have such a devoted daughter. Before you worry about imposing, you're not. Taking care of our neighbors is how Tilda and I serve Tassin. Our vocation may have changed, but our gratitude to God and the town is not. It's hard to imagine you two ever lived in the Abbey. Sometimes those days feel like another lifetime. A harder time, to be sure. But then, I thought the Abbey was better off in the town in those years. So we were told. And in private, I believe Father Gano struggled to provide a scriptorium and a double monastery. However, seeing both the town and Kiersau struggle was only a part of what made that time hard. One's life can be a challenging one. I never had to deal with the difficulties you are now, Magdalene. Well, your old life was difficult to you. I struggled. My vows, my discipline. Couldn't live as my sisters did. I broke my vows, as did Warslav. With him? No. I fell in love. We did. Well, I seduced her. Whoa! Warslav, no! No, don't. Certainly did not. Don't tell me that. Telling young Matilda here that you seduced me then? Oh my god. No, he's repeating what Martin Luther did. That's 100% what this is referencing, by the way. Martin Luther, like, seduced a nun out of living in a nunnery. And then proceeded to say that all monasteries and nunneries should be closed down because of his personal experience. Though no one learned of what we did, the matter ate at my heart. That and being falsely accused of murdering the old Baron terrified you, and rightly so. I all must account for our sins, Magdalene. I was afraid I would account for mine sooner than I thought. Those were the hardest years of my life. I repented and prayed to God to absolve me. The Lord always provides, even in the darkest days. Abbey's destruction gave us a second chance. Imagine the townsfolk were too happy to let you stay. There was some suspicion at first, yes. But we proved useful in the days following. Soon they came around. Lord forgives more readily than man, Magdalene. Never think that you must remain in a place that causes you to sin, even if others think it godly. I realize you two went through so much together. We've both covered up many sins, yes, including many of our own. By the grace of God are we in this life together. It'll be more years before we part. Yeah, you know, I will agree with Matilda. Yeah, if they're staying there and it's, like, causing difficulty, like, some people aren't cut out for monastic life. If you're not cut out for it, then yeah, like, you should probably, yeah, then you should leave it, but... Send that soup over to you shortly. So you guys remember Andreas Mahler? I think he's living inside of the walls of the monastery. Do we want to talk about that, or are we just gonna not mention anything, Magdalene? No? Okay, just back to the Wrath House? Okay, alright. Just not tell anybody that there is now a cryptid inside the burnt-out monastery. She is an odd girl. Follow. Alright, I guess we'll paint the mural. Oh, we don't get to see it. We only get to see the full thing. Alright, we gotta decide what we're gonna paint on the mural here. Hey, Werner. Evening, Magdalene. Evening, Dr. Stoltz. So you're progressing in the town mural? Made rapid progress. Rig the scaffolding sheet so that enough air can flow through, that way the layers dry quickly. See, that's quite clever. Now then, Council has asked to hear about your progress. Been researching the early Christian history of Tassing after the Romans left. Learning how people settled in the ruins, how the Abbey was founded, why our saints are so important to us. There's a lot to take in, but settled on my subject. Ooh boy. What have you chosen, if I may ask? Ooh, okay. So, we've got Paint St. Moritz, St. Satya, and Our Lady of the Labyrinth receiving the Christian settlers. Show history how it happened. Paint Lady Kiersau founding the Abbey from the old Bergfried. Oh, that's... okay, I wasn't expecting that one. Paint the Bavarians settling among the Roman ruins, starting the Christian history of Tassing. Okay. Oh, right, because we haven't gotten... right, because we haven't gotten to, like, the modern history, the history of the revolt. Okay, so... this one I don't feel really too strongly one way or the other on some of these. Number 2? Number 2, they have the painting inside the monastery for that. I feel like we'd just be, like, copying off of that if we pick that one, you know? I feel like either 1 or 3, personally. Because like if we pick 3, like I think 1, like the art would look kind of cool, and then 3, it could be like kind of a nice like tie into what we picked for the first part of Tassing, because like we picked the I think we picked we picked like the Bavarian pagan settlers, and then we go over to like the second one and we see like the Bavarians coming back to Tassing. Could be like a cool tie-in piece. I'll do 3. I find that ignoring the saints in favor of such a mundane portrayal of events is unwelcome. I've got the Shrine of St. Moritz still. And so, I suppose it is an important step in the history of Tassing. Remember, the mural isn't for your benefit, to make Tassing look good. Good. To this section, there's still so much work to do. Haven't even figured out how I'm going to portray the revolt. By showing the Abbey on fire and people being brutally murdered. Yes. Imagine it poses difficulties that the other murals do not. It's a strange thing to tell a story that still lives in the hearts of so many people here. I don't think anyone wants to talk about it. They all just locked it away. Sounds like you have your work cut out for you. That one we're gonna do some shit stirring. By showing Andreas crawling around on all fours with like a paintbrush like in his mouth. Leave it to you then. Like frothing at the mouth. Yes. Have you seen anybody looking around the Abbey, like looking weird, or heard about it? I haven't been up to the Abbey in years. I haven't heard of anything like that. Why? I've seen someone following me a few times. I'm sorry to hear that. That's not the reaction I'm looking for. It should be, oh. Like, oh, we should probably, like, have someone follow you around to make sure you don't get killed. Didn't you run into that odious woodsman Holler Brant not long ago? Oh, yeah, the guy who shot the pig in the forest. Oh, damn, sorry to hear about that. That's crazy. Anyway. I don't think it's the same dude. If you have concerns, you should ask one of the boys to escort you when you're out. That's what I'm saying. Or, as part of the town council, you can assign one to me. There's no need to risk your safety. Alright. Good night, Dr. Stoltz. Hey, Otts. Sounds like a poor idea. Just get Otts to follow me around, you know. Oh no, is that a note? The final part of the mural, how should I paint the revolt? Dad always talked about how the Archdeacon was the only one seeking justice in those days. What was his name? Oh god, what was his name? Only name I can remember is the name of the Archdeacon who came to Tassing when the Baron was killed. Jacob Essler. That's... yeah. Oh, this dude, yeah, the scary looking dude. Choose a boy to escort you that'll marry you in 5 years. Maybe he wrote an account of the revolt as an archdeacon, right to him and ask. Oh, yeah. Of course, I need to write back to Esther, too. Don't look now. Yeah, what is this? How did this get here? Because you don't ever lock your door. Stop. It's just like the note Dad found. Oh, we gotta go upstairs. I feel I'm going to find that sooner or later. Yeah, leave your door unlocked while your dad's still injured, but the murderer's still walking around. That's cool. I want to set him. Just need to wait for the right time. Hope there is a right time. No! Bring that up to him now! Are you still alive? Oh, thank God. Okay. Woman, lock your door. Red liquid. That's purple. That was purple liquid. I also like how you just go to sleep instead of writing to the two people you need to. Oh man. Jacob Essler, formerly Archdeacon of Freising. My name is Magdalene Druckren. I'm an artist in the town of Tassing in Upper Bavaria. I believe you passed through our community when you investigated Baron Rothvogel's murder at Kiersau Abbey in 1518. Purple, red, both wine color. Do you remember anything about the case that the people in Tassing might not remember? A lot of dead people. Do you have any reason to doubt the conclusion of your case? Did you see any evidence that might suggest there was some sort of larger conspiracy at work? Or anything? I'm gonna ask that. Thank you for any help you can give. Magdalene Druckren. Dearest Esther, hope you are well. Let us know how tremendously happy I am for you and Simon. And Elisha too, of course, and your parents. It warms my heart to know that your family is doing so well. By the time this letter reaches you, I expect winter will have enfolded Tassing. It's already freezing at night, so I've reorganized the workshops so that the inks don't deteriorate. Do you have to worry about that in Prague? You said it snows, but I always imagined it was warmer in winter. Dad is doing poorly. At least he seems comfortable. He's sleeping more, but Dr. Stoltz says that's a consequence of the colder weather. I do what I can for him, but this winter has been hard. I've asked Agnes for help, but there's only so much she and Dr. Stoltz can do. He's not going to make it. There's nothing I can do. Christ, I'm scared, Esther. The girl's progressing well, but I can't shake the feeling that someone's following me. I keep seeing this figure around town. After I explored the mines to see Tassing's early history, and then again in the Abbey ruins. No one else in Tassing has seen anything, but some of the nuns say they've seen ghosts. It's the strangest thing. I've given me a fright a few times already. I found a strange note left in my bed matching one found by my dad after the attack. They both only read the word stop like a warning, but stop what? The mural? Let's stop that now. There's no way Andreas would have attacked him. Like, no, there's no way. If the person following me is the one writing them, why? What do they want? But I don't mean to worry you. Nothing's happened to me yet, so I think I'll be safe. Imagine if the Taiping Heavenly Kingdom took the mandate of heaven and did what the Ottomans feared what the Japanese would do, but with the Pope. But the only good news I can share is at the moment that the mural is almost finished. Should have it completed by Christmas, or soon after, before the New Year at least. Perhaps at long last I shall be able to visit you and meet the Simon. Anyway, I fear this will be my last letter of the year. The Reichspost has already been late, reported worsening snows through the passes. We seem to be stepping into a harsh winter. Stay warm and give my regards to your family and Simon. Yours always, Magda. Okay. I say we keep going. I'm feeling... I'm really getting into it. I'm feeling we can keep going. Gotta check out the Abbey at nighttime when he's crawling around. Well, we can't, like, we already had our, like, our pathways, like, blocked off by, like, the falling rubble, you know. I don't think there's much to do at night. Yo, the big scarf! Mr. Struckren, only one letter for you today. Oh, damn. Go the beanie. Pass is nigh impossible to traverse. The heavy snow is hard on the horse and me. Anyway, happy Advent, my dear. Oh wow, we're getting close to Christmas. Thank you. Same to you. Oh boy, who's it from? Ah, from Jacob. Damn. That's a coat. Mr. Struckren. Do you recall the Rothvogel case? It has been over a decade since I have served as an archdeacon. I'm no longer associated with the office of the Prince Bishop. In fact, I'm no longer associated with the Catholic Church. Whoa! Wow. Oh, he's one of the princes that went Protestant. Whoa. Still, see, he's living nicely though. Yeah, he did. I was gonna say he lost a lot of like status over that, but clearly not, because he doesn't have to. He didn't have to. He wouldn't have had to pay taxes anymore. So it kind of makes sense that he, which we talked about in our background video. A lot of princes and prince bishops left the church solely for left the Catholic Church solely for monetary purposes. You know, if you don't have to pay 2 taxes, you know. If you do not mind conversing with a Lutheran, I'll tell you what I remember. I investigated several murders as archdeacon, but none had the curious specter. None had the curious specter of the conspiracy that haunted Baron Rothvogel's. After the peasants burned Kiersau, I had read a report suggesting that a conspiracy was behind the murder of the town carpenter as well. It was around this time that I did some research of my own into the death of Father Gurnot's predecessor, Father Matthias. No one suspected foul play at the time. I had reason to believe that his death may be connected to the 2 other murders. That's what I was assuming. If this is the case, the serpent has lain coiled in the bosom of your community for decades. It may lay there still. What causes this serpent to awaken every few years to stage a new killing? I fear that finding the answer to that question may draw you into its reach. So whoever's behind this has been here for a long time. However, if you are determined to find the source of the trouble, I believe you must inquire with your neighbors. I urge caution in your investigation into this matter. The serpent merely sleeps. It may be dangerous to poke it into its old resting places. I hope this has been of some help to you. God bless and keep you safe. Jacob Essler. You think Todd played this in his usual barbarian character? So I know how we meme about Father Thomas being the thread puller, but like, what possible motive would he have? Because like, who else has been in Tassing that long? Drawing a blank. I don't know. A reply from Esther this time. It's been delayed due to the heavy snow. Postman said I won't receive any more letters until spring. We were memeing about Master Mallory being alive too. That is true. Alright, back to the Wrath House then. Still more work to be done. So yeah, it can't be ill. Ill Peter is like dead. Oh, Christmas time? Oh. Oh. Christmas Eve? Yeah, Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas, Dad. Morning, Dad. Finally caught up on the mural and now I can start the final part today. Promise I'll get it done. Working on Christmas Eve? Damn. Magdalene. I'm proud of you. Thanks, Dad. Sorry Dr. Stoltz said you can't come to the festivities tonight. I know how much you love the Perkton on Christmas Eve! Dramatic folk ritual celebrated around Christmas time in which townsfolk dress as Perkton and drive evil spirits from the town to protect it in the coming new year. As always, next year. Right. How are you feeling? Dr. Stoltz said he would come by again today. Fine. I'm fine. Oh, I don't feel good about this. I should stay home. No, Magdalene. If you want to work, you should work. It's alright. In fact, my spirits are lifted today. It's Christmas Eve, after all. Of course. What's wrong? I found a note back in November. Note? What do you mean? It's like a note I found in your plans for the murals. Scrap of parchment. It's like it came out of an old manuscript. There's no way Andreas wrote that. Come on. Elaborate writing, purple ink. Just said stop. Do you know where they came from? Who wrote them? Maybe is he mimicking the writing from those? Magdalene, oh god, that must be Otts. So they drop by with more firewood. If you know something, I'd like you to tell me, alright? I know. I will. We talk about it later. I'm really worried that there might not be a later. I'll tell you. I promise. Alright. I'll be back later. I don't like this setup. Take care of yourself out there. Do not die on me, Klaus. Aurora Borealis, at this time of year in this part of the Holy Roman Empire, localized entirely in Eurymithraeum. I don't feel so good. Is there another note? No more notes? Okay. That's a lot of snow. Morning, Magdalene. Morning, Otts. Cold out, isn't it? Hey, you called her Magdalene. Freezing. Not the city. Makes me envy Nico, able to stay inside all day. Even Andres has his forge to keep him warm. Anyway, here. Got some firewood for you and your dad. Oh, thanks, Otts. You're welcome. So, how's your dad? Think you can join everyone for Christmas Mass? I think we're gonna have to have Father Thomas perform Holy Unction on him. I think I'll stay in bed tonight. Do my best to be there. Need to keep working on the mural, though. Working on the final section. About the peasants' role, right? Feels weird to talk about. Affected Tassing so much, but we were just kids. Can't remember what happened since I was just a baby. Never even knew my dad. That's what makes it difficult. Tassing's become Bruma. I need to ask those who were already adults that night, but don't want to touch raw nerves. Maybe you spoke to people while everyone was preparing for the Christmas festivities. Clara sometimes talks about that night. Mom too. Might be able to ask them. I want to talk to Carl again. Like, we already did talk to him. He gave us a lot of information about it. Wojslav and Matilda are the only two Benedictines left in Tassing. Maybe they'll talk to me. They'd be a good source. I didn't think of that. Still, the mural is for Tassing, not the old abbey. I don't care. It's about preserving the history of this town. Agnes has always been in Tassing, right? Go to her if I were you. Ooh. She helped bury everyone who died that night. Wonder if she... Ooh. It's your project, Magdalene. Might be worth a try. It's the old Archdeacon about it, too. Thinks that the Baron's murder and Otto's death are connected to the revolt. The who? It doesn't matter. What if all the deaths in Tassing are connected? I don't see how that old Baron has anything to do with the revolt. You feeling alright? It's all connected! There's a conspiracy! The lines are connecting, Otts. You don't see it. I think you're looking for connections that aren't there. You're just blind, Otts. Shut up. This mural project's getting to you. Don't... There's a Mithraeum under our feet, and I know it. There's a man living inside the walls of the old abbey. He's painting murals. He's been eating paint for 10 years to survive. There's something more to all this. I gotta know it. I need to know. That's just right. I should start talking to people around town. I should go back to the Abbey. Better get started if I want to talk to everyone before the Perkton Lauf. Remembering the revolt. Okay, so we got the midwife, the Gertners. Oh god, Golden Hand Inn. There's not an objective at the Abbey, but that doesn't mean anything. Oh, he took the little flaps off the windmill. Oh. Yeah, working on yeah. Yeah, hat spotted. They're putting out chemicals in the Mithraeum, turning friars Gnostic. People of Tassing, wake up! You have been cheated and lied to. There are Gnostic Mithraeans underneath the foundations of the town. No Father Thomas. Suspicious. He's probably in his little house. Alright. Yo, is Smokey still out? Where is he? Yo. I was like, are you guys okay? Hey, Voxlov. Hello again, Magdalene. You getting ready for the Christmas celebrations? Did you actually know that Christmas is actually derived from the Christmas, and if you pronounce Easter like Ishtar, it's actually a Egyptian pagan ritual. Voxlov, no one pronounces Easter like Ishtar. No, shut up though. Look at this TikTok I found. It explains everything. I found this guy on here. He's look. Yeah, I had some dude following me. I'm kind of worried about that. You're quite a busy young woman. The Mithraeum holds a portal to Agartha, with the Jade Emperor resides. Smokey told me your father was injured. How is he? You know... I'm sorry. I hope for the best. Don't want to keep you from your tasks. Can't believe Smokey's been illiterate the whole time. He's probably had time in his travels to, like, you know, pick up some books. Do we invite Voxel up to the Christmas feast? I don't know, maybe he needs it. But then again, if he starts going off, if he starts spitting, that may cause issues. It's, you know, he doesn't get to see a lot of people, and like maybe it'd be good for him. Probably his first big interaction in ever. Maybe he needs it. Maybe Father Thomas will be there, and maybe he'll, you know, point him in the right direction. You know, maybe. You know, do you want to come to the Christmas feast, Voxlov? Kind of you to offer. He's that weird friend you bring. He's a little off, but he's okay. You know. My beliefs and how I look. He'll get murdered or charged with murder. It's best if I stay out here. I'll be fine. Well, thank you. Okay. See you later, then. Merry Christmas, Voxlov. Don't tell me Merry Christmas! That was a... Merry Christmas. At least he's like... At least, yeah. It's okay, guys. He's Gnostic. I'm not gonna finish that joke. I'm not gonna finish that joke. I'm not gonna...